Welcome back to another episode of Parenting in Progress. I'm Corey.
I'm Jordan.
And we're the Welches. Welcome back to another episode. It's going to be our Christmas Eve episode. So we're going to talk about pretty much everything that we're going to get for Carly, our plans leading up to Christmas. And of course, we're going to have to wish everybody here a Merry Christmas.
And Happy Holidays.
So let's dive into it. With our first subject here, it's the most expensive time of the year.
That's true.
So it seems like every day, Amazon or something, it's like, cha-ching, cha-ching, $100 here, $100 there.
Yep.
$100 here. It probably really isn't that, but oh my gosh, it feels like it. You're like, oh my gosh, I just submitted an order this morning, $100. Oh my word.
And on top of that, like I have a grocery pickup for tomorrow to help with the 2 weeks that Carly and I are going to be home. And that's adding up quickly. So yeah, it just seems like obviously we're not spending outside of our means. Like we know where our limit is, but it does seem like everything is just adding up so quickly. It's like, I don't want to look at my credit card statement right now. I don't. Mm-mm.
And, we've got some outside expenses too. We've got part of the carpet to pay for yet. That project did get delayed. It was supposed to be done this week. It's going to be done right the week after Christmas. So, which actually helped us out. We're not too sad about it. It does kind of stink that we're not going to have nice carpet down there over Christmas, but as long as it gets done this month, we're not going to be too picky about it.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out better just with logistically with timing and stuff. And I will be home when he comes because I'll be on break. And so I feel like that gives me a little bit of time once he's done to then I'm at home, instead of us figuring it all out after Carly goes to bed in the evening. I have more time to kind of get it settled back together.
And another kind of decent sized purchase. So we are going to have to get tires on Jordan's car here sometime this winter too. So
woohoo.
It's all just stacking up, and it's like, man, I don't really want to spend any extra money yet. But you know what? It's the giving time of the year. It does come once, but definitely keep an eye on your budget because it can really add up. So,
well, now that the order's already placed, let's get into it. Santa's coming, and he's bringing Carly a kitchen, and I am so excited to see her face.
We are going to be devastated if she's like, oh, wow. And then like 5 minutes and she's done with it.
I know. It's going to be heartbreaking.
We're going to be devastated. It's going to be like, really? We've had this plan for how long and it didn't work out, which has happened before.
Oh, yeah.
We've done things for Carla. Like, oh, man, she's going to love it. And either she doesn't give two craps about it or she'll play with it just a little bit or do whatever we're doing for a little bit. And then she's like, oh, done. And it's like, really? Really? So sometimes we're trying not to get too excited about the gift more than the child, but I got a hunch she's gonna like it.
I know. We kind of decided on a kitchen. She'll be 2 in February, and there's a kitchen at daycare that my parents have a toy kitchen. My sister has a toy kitchen, and every time she wants to just play with it. So she loves it. So that's kind of like, well, let's have one here.
And with the whole carpet debacle, it's actually out in an enclosed trailer that's packaged up because we thought, well, hey, we'll have time. We'll throw it in a trailer because it can't be downstairs hidden. And when the carpet gets done, we'll bring it downstairs and we'll put it together. Well, now we're going to have to go dig it out of the trailer. And I think our plan is probably late Christmas Eve. We're going to probably assemble that. I think that's about our only time between us being down there. That's the tricky part is we're down there gathering stuff, bringing it upstairs yet, putting it in the trailer or putting it in our garage for storage. So I think our only little sliver of time, it's going to be the night that Santa comes to our house. We're going to be assembling that in the basement. So in our house, Jordan and I believe Santa's gift is not wrapped. We are a no wrapping of Santa's gift household. And it's been that way ever since I was little.
Same. We always had our Santa gift was unwrapped and everything else from my parents was wrapped.
I guess I don't know why we're real sticklers on it. I guess it's just tradition. It just comes down to it's been tradition.
Yeah. Now I've seen other people where Santa has a special wrapping paper and everything else is different, but I'd be the one that like our kids find the wrapping paper. And how are we going to wrap up this big kitchen? You know? So that's where we're like, let's just leave it out. We get her immediate reaction and then she gets to open the other ones too. So along with the kitchen, you have to have dishes and you have to have food. So there's this cute little dish set that my parents are going to get it for her. And we'll be getting her some food. And I think like you mentioned earlier, Corey, we can take some of the food out and keep it in the kitchen and then wrap up the rest of it.
Who knew that something as simple as food adding to a pretend kitchen would be such a debacle? But for Jordan over there, it has been a debate for weeks, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What food do we get her? What brand do we get her? We want it to be quality, but we also want some quantity with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been one of the things of why do we spend so much time on it? I guess it's because we care.
Yeah. And it's something that we hope that she'll be using a lot and for a while. So like it kind of stems from when I was in daycare, my provider had like this such great quality play food. It was very realistic. It had a good, it was durable, but it was also life size. And that was kind of the problem was it wouldn't fit in the little kids' dish sets and stuff like that. Like the food wouldn't fit. So I'm on the hunt looking for a quality set that's a little bit smaller. And, it is expensive. Holy cow, it can get expensive. And some of the stuff, like if I was to get a cheap set from Walmart, and I'm not saying anything's bad about it, but Carly steps on it once and it's smashed and you can't put it back together, and I didn't want wood. I feel like we'd get bonked in the head or paint would get chipped or all those things. And so I have a vegetable and fruit set at school that's supposed to be for color sorting. And it's the same brand that I looked into. And I'm like, well, I know that is a good quality. Now it's not like super duper realistic. I mean, it is, but it's not, but it's not like it's plastic, but it's rubbery plastic. So it's just a lot more durable. You can just tell that it's a better quality. So I'm looking into this and they have this like classroom set and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Look at all the pieces that you get. So I order it. And then I started looking into it. I'm like, oh, there's like 8 slices of bread and 2 bananas and 2 steaks and 2 baked potatoes. And, it's meant for a classroom. So there's multiples of a lot of the stuff. So I'm going back thinking, okay, should I return it? And then what do I get instead? Because the next size down has not the doubles.
But it's also cheaper.
And it is cheaper.
By a decent proportion.
Well, about half, yeah.
So, yeah, and that's where we've just been battling. And I know Jordan's like, well, someday if we have another child, well, what if they both want to play with it? And then you could divvy that out a little more. Hey, you get a steak and you get a steak, or you get 4 pieces of bread, you get 4 pieces of bread. Or maybe they have friends come over, something like that. So sometimes that quantity may help, but it's a lot for her right now would be the con. But
so then I looked into, I'm like, okay, let me try to return it. So I'm on Amazon, I'm going to return it. And then it's like, hey, we'll give you a credit if you keep it. And so then I'm like, and a whole nother, like, what do I do?
You were like devastated because you're like, it was so funny. We were literally sitting here on the couch and we were watching some show and Jordan's like, I'm returning it. I've decided I'm going to return it. I'm like, all right, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. And she goes to hit the old return and it's like, hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars to keep it. And Jordan turns and looks at me, he's like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Now we got to reconfigure this whole thing. It's all blown up. It's gone. We're going to have to just rebuild it all again.
Yeah. But then I was like, okay, well, it's a decent chunk off. And then I was like, I thought of, the friends and the kids. And I was like, whatever, we're going to keep it. I don't want to have to return it and then buy the other one and hope that it gets here in time. So we're just keeping it. And heck yeah, I got my credit. So it worked out. I spent way too much time debating on food, but I hope she likes it. We'll see.
I think she will. Probably one thing that has kind of struck me, so we live in rural America. We've said that. We live not in a complete desolate area. There's a lot more desolate areas than us, but we've got to travel probably an hour and a half to 2 hours to a decent sized town to shop. We just do. That's the way it's been. We have some closer towns that have some smaller shops, but to get some name brand stores, we've got to travel quite a ways. And every year during Christmas, Jordan and I, we take a day off of work. It has always been a Friday. We'll take a Friday off and we'll go shopping and we'll spend the day. We'll shop all day long, get everything that we can, and then come back. So this year we did that here this past Friday, dropped Carly off at the grandparents because we're headed opposite direction of daycare. And we got an okay amount, I feel like, but it's interesting. I'd be curious to hear all of your viewers. If you think of what do you buy in store versus online and get delivered to your house, I wonder what that ratio is. For us, it's kind of been about, I'd say close to 50-50.
Yeah. I feel like this year, though, it's maybe a little bit more online.
Yeah, I think it's like a 60-40, maybe even 65-35.
I think part of that is, I went to New York City and that was half of a weekend. And so I feel like I'm trying to play catch up, or you're prepping to go on this trip and you're pushing everything back. And then you get back and you're like, holy cow, we got to get things done. I do think that's a small part of why we're ordering a little bit more stuff online. But sometimes like things that my niece and my nephews want, or my mom or you or anything, it might not be in store, or that color's not in store, or it just isn't, it's only sold online. So that's kind of our struggle of.
Yeah. And I think we're a little later. I think we're getting stuff late. Heck, we have a heck of an Amazon gift coming, or Amazon delivery load coming on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Hope to God it all comes by then, or we're going to have a lot of presents arrive right after Christmas. But
I know I still need to ask my mom, like, did Dad's stuff come in? Like, there's still people that I don't have gifts for. And yeah, it'll be what it'll be. It'll be fine. It's not all about gifts.
It's been a different year. Yeah, 100%. That's the thing, is we stress about gifts so much, which that's not technically the main purpose of Christmas. So, but we'll get them all here. Eventually we'll give them all divvied out. I think another note was Jordan. We've talked about this before. She's a deal getter.
Sure.
She's a deal hunter. And we did get some stuff on Black Friday. So we did have some presents, not very many, but we did have some presents, bought clear back around Thanksgiving time frame. That's been around the house. Amazon
had something in October, and I think there were some things that I knew that we wanted to get her. And when it's 50%, 40%, whatever off, like, yeah, I'm going to buy it now. And it's just been hidden out. Like, definitely not everything has bought ahead of time, but some things were. I'm all about the deals. We've bought some things and given them to Carly already. One thing she really wanted was a book. So when we went shopping, we're like, Carly, what do you want us to get you? And she said book every single time. And she was really into the new Grinch movie. So we got her the How the Grinch Stole Christmas book so we can read it to her before Christmas. Who wants to get a Christmas book on Christmas and then Christmas is over? The same thing with snow globes. So my parents have given me a snow globe every year for Christmas since I was probably 5. And I still have all of them. They're labeled with the years. it's just been kind of a fun tradition for me to not hang them, but set them all out and bring them out every year and look at them and see the years, how old they are and stuff. So I wanted to do that with Carly starting last year. So we got her a little one last year, and I got her one in New York City, and she's really been into the musical ones. She wants to listen to the music ones. Turn it on, she would say. And she really likes Grinch. So I said, oh, that'd be fun to find a Grinch musical one. So we did. We found one for her, and we just gave it to her early. That way she can have it setting out with all the other ones and get more use out of it before we have to put them away.
Another challenging piece is Carly's birthday is in February, and it's not super far after Christmas. So as we are buying presents, we're trying to figure out, what do we get her for her birthday? Do we save this back for her birthday? Do we give it to her for Christmas? So trying to balance some of that stuff out. And also, Jordan's got to take advantage of the Christmas deals.
For sure.
So it makes that just a little bit of a challenge. Not everybody has that problem. That's us problem for having a winter birthday along with Christmas. So that is another thing that has made it tricky. Another present that we're going to get is we got her a set of magic cubes, and we didn't get her the large set of magic cubes because they are ridiculously expensive for what they are.
They've been waiting in my Amazon cart forever, waiting for them to go on sale. And they finally did. Just a little bit.
I mean, it is crazy how some of those stacker type toys, they are ridiculous for some plastic and some magnets. That's literally all it is, with a little bit of color on them. I mean, it is crazy. So kind of our thought there was, we bought, I think, the medium set. We didn't buy the largest. It just was too expensive. But we bought a medium set of them, and we thought, hey, maybe one of the grandparents could get another medium set.
Or we could always do it for her birthday too if we need to.
Yep. So that way she has more to stack, because it is kind of small, but gosh darn, they're just so expensive. You can't get we think the food's expensive. Those things are ridiculous for however many pieces you get.
They are. And I was able to see them in person. Our library at school, they have some, and they're the perfect size for Carly. And honestly, a little bit, several months ago, it would have been fine for her too. They're a good quality. They're durable. They have good magnets. They're not junk, because some of that stuff that you buy online, you never know what the actual quality is. And so I felt good buying it because I've seen it and I know that it's a good quality. So we got them. I feel like she's a little too young for magnet tiles right now. They just kind of fall apart on her, and she doesn't understand how to stack them. So that would be a birthday or Christmas present here, next year or so. But for now, I think she'll really like the cubes. I also feel like you can, I don't know the right word for paying for the money for them, but knowing that you would hopefully have another kid. Yeah, like it's a better value if you know that you might have another kid that gets to enjoy them too.
And last but not least, Jordan, she's a sucker for these, but stocking stuffers. Can't forget the stocking stuffers. Get you some little trinket items. We did pick some of those up on our shopping trip this week. So
my parents have had our stockings like full to the brim. Like that's one thing my mom loves to shop for is stocking stuffer stuff. I don't know why she likes it, but it's just fun to see all the things that she's come up with and where she's bought them at.
Do you always open the stockings after all the presents or before?
I think growing up, I did the stocking first.
I did it the opposite way.
Really?
Yeah, because you open up all the gifts and you're like, yay. And then you're kind of like, all right, Christmas is over. But then you're like, wait a minute. There's one more. I got the stocking left.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong, but any Christmas I remember, we opened them up, I believe, after. Because you wanted the big gift, right? You wanted the gift that you wanted, or you had Santa's gift there, so it drew you right to the tree.
That makes sense. I'm fine either way. But yeah, it was fun finding little things for her. We got, a little carton of Play-Doh. She loves M&Ms, so of course we got her a little tube of those. There's this nail polish called Piggy Paint. It's like a natural, non-toxic nail polish that are perfect for toddlers. So got her that. I think it'll be fun to paint her little toes and see if she likes it. But, the usual new toothbrush, toothpaste. We did get her one of those Nido gumdrops. I think she'll like that. I think I had some other things. Oh, bubble bath. Got her some bubble bath, suckers. She loves suckers. And I don't know if we're going to put her Miss Rachel Tony in the stocking or if we're going to wrap it. We'll have to see how full the stocking is.
Yeah, and we're also going to have to see how many presents are under the tree because, Jordan, I'm looking at the tree right now in our living room as we're making this. There ain't a single present under there, and we are 5 days away from Christmas.
I know. It's coming so fast. I wanted to wrap some presents yesterday at nap time, but she woke up early. Hopefully when we get done with this, I can wrap a couple.
And that is a rare occurrence at the Welch household. I mean, Jordan's pretty good at wrapping some stuff here and there and at night and just random times when nobody's looking a whole lot. But this, I believe, is the first Christmas that we wouldn't have had a present under the tree yet.
I think the 100% hands down the answer is we have a toddler. And she's into everything. And so I can't just leave the scissors and the tape and the paper and the presents out, where last year she wasn't. Was she crawling? Yes, she was crawling, but not walking. I mean, she was slow. Like we could put stuff on the couch and she couldn't get to it. Now she has access to everything. And I think that's why, because I have to wait till she's sleeping to wrap.
Yeah, and I don't think we're too worried once they're under there of her leaving them alone. I mean, she's left the tree alone. She's been a trooper at that this year. Yeah. I mean, she has left it alone there for the first couple days. She'd kind of mess around with some stuff, but that was it. This week, we do have a couple of little Carly ornaments on the tree. So we are adding little additions there. We're already getting into the habit of that.
She noticed it. She noticed that I put it on the tree, and she went to it and she poked at it and said, "Carly, snowman."
We did some tree rearranging between Jordan's work, and we picked up another little tree. And so we actually put a small tree in Carly's room, and we just put some ornaments on it. And we had some little battery LED lights we stuck on it. And once in a while, she likes it on. And so she's even got her own little tree. I think she'll like it even more the older she gets, but she still likes it. She'll go in there. She's like, on, tree on. Mm-hmm. This week, Carly did have a little episode of sickness.
Very minor, thankfully.
It was, which I told Jordan, I'm like, well, if she's getting sick, let's get it out of the way. Because more than likely, she's going to be good to go by Christmas. And last year, she was sick during Thanksgiving and sick during Christmas.
And the sick during Christmas, we honestly didn't know she was sick. We thought she was just teething. And then it drug on. We're like, oh, well, she was sick. Whoops. But yeah, hopefully she's healthy this year.
So over the last week, maybe week and a half, we've been trying to ramp up the Christmas spirit. And we talked about the white rice, I believe, little sensory box that Jordan put together for Carly, and they still get it out once in a while. New thing Jordan did see is we throw her poor little people that she has. She's got like 5 or 6 of them now, and we freeze them in water.
In a muffin tin.
So we are torturing these poor little people toys so they can ice skate around one of our cooking pans.
Yeah. She really liked it yesterday when we did it. Today, she was definitely more interested in licking the ice and eating the ice than actually making them ice skate. But I thought it was kind of fun and wintry. I do have some things on my Walmart order to make like fake snow for a sensory bin. We're going to need a lot of different activities over Christmas break. So that's one of them.
Yeah, Jordan's going to be in charge of that. We did mention this in the last episode. We have still been doing her advent calendar. And I think some little things like that help build the Christmas spirit with little kids and also alleviate the pressure just a little bit of, hey, I got presents underneath that tree. I want those presents. I want those presents. I want those presents. Here, if they get just a little bit of something, she's just gets one piece of little people stuff. It can be a snowboard. It can be a Christmas tree, a stocking, or a little people. So she's not old enough to just be glued onto the presents, but I think in the future we keep doing some stuff like that. And it just puts some of that a little bit at ease of, man, I want those presents underneath there. No, you can't have those, but we do this every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you get just a little bit of something.
And it's a fun little countdown, the days to Christmas. And
one thing we have failed at, I feel like so far, is the elf on the shelf. We bought an elf on the shelf after Christmas last year because Jordan's looking for deals.
You know it.
So we have been trying to figure out how do we bring the elf on the shelf out, because we know Carly is probably too young to really care about the elf on the shelf, but we do really want to try it next year. So we've been trying to introduce the poor elf, which we don't have a name for yet, unfortunately.
I think that's why I didn't get out earlier, is I didn't want to get it out without a name for it.
She doesn't technically acknowledge it anyway.
I know.
I mean, we got it out the other night and we put it up on a shelf here in the living room and like, oh, Carly, what's that? She's like, that's an elf. It's elf. Maybe his name's Elf.
No.
No? Okay. But anyway, we've moved him off and on, and she's like, oh, he's over there. Oh, he's over. But that's about it.
Yeah. And that's all to be really to expect from her.
We haven't read her the book about the elf yet.
They do have a cute little show. I think it's on Netflix. That's The Elf on the Shelf. And it talks about all the different elves. And it's so fun. And in kindergarten, one of the teachers had shown it to him. And they're like, oh, that looks just like mine. That's my elf that I have at home. So it's kind of cute to have a show to tie into it. But yeah, I think next year will be a better year for it.
It will. And we'll continue to keep moving him around. We're not going to do anything crazy with him. He's not going to be mischievous or anything. We might put him in the tree later or something like that. But just try to get him introduced to her just a little bit.
And another thing that I've found fun leading up to Christmas is just all the vocabulary and things that she sees out and about now. I took her on a little ice cream date the other day, and they had a tree and they had a Santa, and she's sitting there, and it was the cutest thing because she would not stop talking for the whole 15 minutes we're there. Tree, Santa, snowman, ice cream, cupcake, reindeer, snowflake, all the things, present, all just the vocabulary that she's seeing things and she's pointing it out. Same thing with the lights. She's noticing those things there and pointing them out. And it's just fun, to see the connections that she's making.
And she is developing words a lot. She's got some short sentences she will say now.
Mm-hmm. I want tree on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you just said a sentence. And instead of just random words, yeah, they're like little phrases, very short sentences. She's developing more meaning to what she's saying, and we're able to understand her more. And along with that comes, she's starting to sing some of the Christmas carols we're singing too. She knows a lot more words than I thought she did of some of those songs.
We keep playing them when she's asking about them too. Mm-hmm. She'll be like, I want Jingle Bells. Mm-hmm. I want Jingle Bells. Okay, do you want Jingle Bells or Jingle Bell Rock? Mm-hmm. Because she hasn't really deciphered the two.
No.
I don't think she knows the name of each one of them.
I want Frosty Snowman.
Yeah. And we'll play them. We don't play them all the time because, man, oh man, you can drive yourself insane. But we play them quite often.
The other day when she was sick, but she was feeling better, we did a little Christmas tree painting. She's done a little sticker ornament set. And when she wakes up from nap today, either today or tomorrow, I want to do those salt dough ornaments where you can make a handprint. So there's some things that I want to do with her. And then looking back, you can see each year the ornaments that you made and stuff. So trying to make things festive, even though she doesn't quite understand it, but it's still doing an activity that's new for her, and she's all about that.
We will have an episode that will drop next Monday. Since it's after Christmas, we should be able to record all of that, and we're going to go over Christmas, so it might be a little lengthy one. It is going to be the Parenting in Progress Christmas edition episode, I guess. Anyway, we are ramping up here towards Christmas. We wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys get what you want. Hopefully you enjoy it with your kids. It's only comes once a year, and try to make it as magical as you can. I know we've got a lot of stuff going on. It's really hectic around here, but at the same time, I think some of the excitement it is Christmas time. So,
and they're only this little at Christmas once. And that's just the key thing that I keep reminding myself of just soak it in while you can. These will be the times that you're longing for, you're yearning for when they're out of the house and grown. So be present, soak it in, enjoy it.
We don't like to think about it, but you've got a few good years to really make it magical and make it shine. And then all of a sudden they're starting to grow up and they want different things, and it's just different, which that's not all bad either. But yeah, definitely be present. We've talked about that on this podcast for a long time. It's just, it only comes once. And if you miss it, you're not going to get it again. You can have another kid and do it with them, but you missed it on the first one if that's the case. So anyway, once again, we wish everybody a merry, jolly Christmas. Hopefully you get a white Christmas. It's not going to be white here. It's almost supposed to be 70 degrees, which is a crazy high number. We might have Christmas in short sleeves, Jordan.
I know. It makes me sad that most of our snow comes in January and February and not so much in December anymore. We'll still make it magical.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we've already had snow. We've already had snow this year. So anyway, with that being said, we won't keep you guys. Appreciate everybody listening, and Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
We're going to have one before New Year. I'm going to cut that out.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for listening to Parenting in Progress. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on YouTube, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. If you're listening to us on other platforms, go ahead, give us a follow and a rating. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.